Hi and welcome to QpiAI Pro. Now, in this video, we will proceed to the next important thing in the MLOps pipeline, which is your model training. Here in the dashboard, you can see the models. Once you click on the Get Started button, you will be redirected to the models page. Once you are here, you will see there are two tabs over here. One is for your base models, another one is for your trained models. So in the base models, you will see all the base models that are available for various kind of tasks. Say for example, instruction tuning, segmentation, object detection, and so on. And similarly, in the trained models, you will see the models that you have trained based on some dataset that you have annotated in the Pro, or if you have already some annotated dataset, you can bring in your annotated dataset to Pro and leverage the model training pipeline in the Pro. So now let's move ahead and see how to train a model in QpiAI Pro. So in order to train a new model, all you need to do is click on this train model button. Once you click on the train model button, as similar to the workflow for datasets, you will see a workflow here for the training of new model. So you need to appropriately name your model training. Let's call this as self-driving car trial. For instance, once you have provided the name, you click on create. Then you need to configure the domain subdomain. So let me configure this domain subdomain as autonomous vehicles. Data type could be image. Now you could train a model for object detection or for instance segmentation. The only difference is going to be that you need to check the appropriate task in the configuration window. So let's train a model for object detection. You provide the description. Now, in the train model, you do not need to provide class as the classes will automatically be populated from your dataset. So you can leave this empty for the training of the model purposes. Now, once you have configured, let's click on the configure button. Now you will be redirected to the selection of the model page. Now there are two options over here. Let's say for example, if you want to fine tune on an already trained model, you can click on the trained model tabs and you will see all the trained models that you have trained so far along with the task. So of course, if we are going to train a model on object detection, you have to pick up the model that has been trained on the object detection and so on for segmentation or fine tuning. Now let's head to the base model tab. In the base model tab, you will see all the base models that are available in Pro platform. And if you click on page number 2, you will see the models which are relevant for object detection. So let's say for example, I want to train the Resident R50 MAS model for this dataset. I'll select this model, continue. Post that, you need to select the dataset. So one thing that you will notice in the datasets that only annotated datasets will appear over here. So say for example, you have uploaded a dataset which has not yet been annotated, this wouldn't be reflected here. So once you are in the dataset page, you can select the appropriate dataset on which you want to train your model. Once you have selected the dataset, you click on continue. You will see the base model, the dataset name, the model trial name that you have given, and train model. And it is as simple as that. So you see the training job has started with a particular ID and it has been successfully assigned to GPU. So this is the power of QpiAI Pro. You can train a model without writing a single line of code in just a few clicks of a button. You need to configure the model training properly. You need to select the model that you want to train on and you need to provide the dataset. Now, once the model training has been started, it will wait for the GPU to get allocated. Meanwhile, you can open the dashboard in a new tab and you can continue with other functionalities that you want to do in the Pro platform. So say for example, you want to know the status of the model training that you have just fired up. You can go back to the models. You can go to the train tab. You will see this model is running. Once the model training is completed, you will similarly see a succeeded notification in this chip over here. Now you can also see the live training logs for any model which has been running in the train new model itself. So say for example, you had initiated the training for this particular model. You can see once the job has been assigned to GPU, this live training logs will appear over here. And you can also see the status of the job as running. The experiment ID and every relevant information will also be shown to you. And you can also see other details as well. Now, this will keep on auto updating for each of the epoch. So once the model has successfully ran, you will see the metric will be stopped updating, and in the overview, you will also see the model training has been finished. Now this model has been trained. You can go back to models. You can go back to your train models tab anytime, and you will also notice that this particular model training has been succeeded. And if you want to again go back to this experiment, you can click on view dataset or view experiment and head back to the relevant experiment to analyze in depth what were the training logs for this particular dataset. And similarly, you can go to overview to gauge all the parameters and the metrics which were associated with this model training. So here it is, the model training using QpiAI Pro. So once you have a data set, you bring your data set to Pro, you annotate that data set. Once you have annotated the data set, you can start a model training, and the model training will be finished in no time. So that is the power of no code, low code AI or MLOps platform. See you in the next video. Thank you.